Hello everyone, my name is Lindsay. Welcome to Little Helpful Files. I do mini savings challenges, sinking funds, cash stuffing, budgeting, and life in general, all through the glory and by the grace of God. So if this is your first time and you're interested in this type of content, please make sure to stick around. And for those of you that have watched my videos, been around, I always just want to say thank you guys. I appreciate your encouragement, your kind words, and all of your support. And this week, we're going to go ahead and get into doing our cash stuffing from the 32 envelope mini savings challenge that we filled up. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so this one was $528 that we have total, and I'm going to go ahead and add it. So I have been keeping track on here, and the reason I'm doing this is because for next year, I just want to see like how many savings challenges I did and how many I completed. Now, obviously, this isn't like total amount saved because some of these were used to fund sinking funds, if that makes sense. So like I don't want to double count it, but I'm simply doing this to kind of keep track and to see like, you know, how many I did each month and then for the year, so that hopefully next year I can do more than this, right? So just a way to kind of gauge that. All right, so let's go ahead and get set up. Okay, now I will say what I did do is, actually I'm gonna start with the kids binder. I did go ahead and color in because honestly, guys, I feel like this video would have been forever long if I didn't do that. So I went ahead and filled stuff in, so we're just going to be stuffing. So first up, we are doing 50 in fun times. And I felt like this would be a good way to do it, to disperse the money. So sometimes with the mini savings challenge, I might want to put a chunk of it all in one. But since this one is my bigger savings challenge, I'm going to be dispersing this through all the envelopes because I haven't been stuffing a lot of these sinking funds. This one, we are waiting. We'll probably start stuffing this in August. Extracurricular, same thing. We do have that in the bank ready to be used, so we'll probably start a new one of these in August as well. All right, extracurricular, this one, we actually got to take this out. So I'm putting in 20, but I have 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80. So I'm taking this and swapping it for 100. So that way I have some smaller bills. Okay, now we'll tuck that in there. And summer camp sinking fund. So this one, we're adding in 90, and I think, let's see, I think I'm gonna put 100 in here as well. So let me swap 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. Okay, so we'll take this and the 100, and then 20, 40, 60, 80, and 90. Okay, we'll put those 5s over there. So now 1, 20, 40, 60, 80. Is this gonna be right? 90, 200? Let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right, I put in 20 too much. My bad. So 1, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, kept in a little too much there. So we should have this filled up soon, and this I figured we will do something fun in August with the kids. This might end up going towards our camping envelope too. I'm not really sure yet. Like I said, we decided not to do a summer camp, and instead we're just going to use this to pay towards a fun activity for the summer for the kiddos. I just wasn't ready yet to do like a full-on summer camp with my son. He's 5, and yeah, I need to wait till he's a little bit older. Okay. Now, before I get into stuffing this, which I know this one's moving slowly, but we're getting there. I gotta tell you guys, I was recording like a video for Instagram, the reel, and I kept flipping open to the Bible in the same place. I literally kept opening up to Ruth. And I've read Ruth before, and I will be honest, I didn't really get like a whole lot out of it. It's a pretty small book. But this last time I read it, and oh man, did it speak to me. So I just want to talk through for a minute here. So if you've read the story of Ruth, basically Naomi loses her husband, and then she also loses her 2 sons. Ruth is her daughter-in-law, and she is saying that she's going to stay with Naomi and like live with her and serve her God and all of that. So there's a part in here where it says, so they go back to Bethlehem, and there's a woman talking to Naomi, and Naomi says, "Don't call me Naomi," she told them, "call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? The Lord has afflicted me. The Almighty has brought misfortune upon me." And there are so many times, right, where things happen in our life, and we may feel this way. We may feel like angry towards God, or forsaken, frustrated, upset, confused, we don't understand. But if you read through this, and I don't know why I didn't really realize this fully, I guess, when I read this again, it all kind of made sense when they talk about the genealogy of David, in the fact that Ruth and Boaz end up having a son who is the grandfather of David, okay, which means that it's the lineage of the Messiah, of Jesus Christ. So God's plan was much bigger, right? God sees the bigger picture in what he was doing. So at that moment, with those things that were happening, Naomi felt forsaken, she felt forgotten, she felt let down. But God saw what he was doing here in bringing on the lineage of Jesus. So it's very wild to me, and I think there's times where we need to remember this, to not feel forsaken, to know that God is going to provide more than we can imagine. He will use things for his good. And I know that's a hard thing to remind yourself sometimes, depending on what season you're walking through. But I felt that really spoke to me. It was such a good picture. And I've read that like 2 or 3 times, and I didn't get that from it. So obviously there was a reason that God was kind of encouraging me to read, because I just posted too about the waiting, and sometimes we need to be okay waiting and make that our classroom. We feel an urgency, but God's timing is perfect. All right, so in Saved by Grace Through Faith, we are stuffing 30. So like I said, I already colored these. So I might do 2 20s. Take out that 10. There we go. Now I got a 10. Okay. So camping is 60 going in here. And I'm going to use that. So this one is almost filled up. And then we're going to plan to do something fun. So I have to tell you guys, so we were really on the fence back and forth about this, the camper and what to do. We did end up selling it. Praise the Lord. It worked out. It went to some really great people, which we were really excited about, because we wanted to make sure it was going to be taken care of well. But my husband and I sat and talked a lot about it, and realistically, we were not using it to its fullest ability, capacity. Our children are just not at the best age for that, like safety-wise, with how the beds are set up so high. And we felt that right now we want to prioritize paying off our debt and saving for our house. And we felt that giving up the pop-up camper is just the best option for us financially. And sometimes you got to make those hard choices, and you got to figure out like what is your priority. And we would love to have a camper at some point, but we're gonna wait until maybe a little bit down the road when the kids are bigger, and maybe we can get something that fits us a little bit more, maybe a little bit bigger camper. So while I do love the ease of the pop-up because it's so small and easy to tow, I think for us, we know that we really enjoyed it and we would like something different. So, I just want to say that, follow whatever gut feeling you guys have. Like, whatever you feel is really your priority, make that priority, and don't be afraid to make the sacrifices needed, because I think that in the long run, this will work out well for us. So we're going to be able to pay off some of the medical, like the chiropractor bill that I had from the accident, and then put a little bit of that towards the balance transfer that we had done on the GMC, which, yes, we still have that stuff to pay off. But hopefully, I'm hoping in the next maybe 10 months or so, we'll be able to have that stuff completely paid off, which hopefully will be good timing too for when we want to be buying a house, right? So we'll see how it all coincides, but that is our current plan. Okay, so here we are adding 30, and I gotta see, what do I have in here? 10, 20, 30, 40. All right. That's fine. So, oh yeah, sorry guys. I also have like 200 is in the bank. So 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. All right, so the 70 I'm probably gonna leave in here. I am gonna start a new one of these because I wanna continue saving towards our homestead. And I'll probably take some of that into the bank as well, but for right now, I'm just gonna leave it. All right, gift giving. Let's see if we have enough change. Nope. So, all right, we're putting 20 in here. And then I am gonna run out probably of small bills. I don't know how I have, okay, let's see what we've got. Marathon, we're doing 12, 20, 40, 50, 55, nope. 20, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. Okay, I need to get some change. Okay, so basically I just took out from the tithe envelope, which we are gonna be filling that up. And I'm excited about that. We still haven't figured out where we want to put it, but there are some organizations through our church that they partner with, so we might end up donating towards one of those. So this one I am going to color, and we are doing 140 in this. So let me just make sure I didn't botch up something. Let me count it. Okay, 1, 2, oh, whoops. 1, 2, 50, 70, 90. Now I am off. 310, 330. What did I do, guys? How do I always mess up something? 250, 60, 70, 80, 90, 10. Yeah, all right. Let me see if I have the right amount left now. I guess I at some point put in more. So crazy. But yes, so we, like I said, this is on top of, so I know it says tithe savings, but it is on top of our tithe. That's going to be separate. It's, organizations or places. We would love to do kind of like local to impact within our community. So we figured that once we fill this up, we will just kind of pick and choose with where we feel God is leading us to give, and what organization seems the most fitting and suited for that time frame, right? So I hope to be able to do this a couple times a year, again, on top of our tithing, and on top of, we do occasionally buy like gift cards, and we can hand those out to the homeless. I started doing that, I think, last year, and I had actually gotten that idea from somebody on YouTube, one of the ladies that I watched, and I thought it was a great idea because it allows you to kind of give them something and help out. without giving, you know, cash. So essentially we'll give it to like either fast food places or like the Dollar Tree. So that way they can get food or some things that they need. So again, this is just another way to kind of give a little extra on top of it. It allows us to save up for it and make it work within our budget, you know, and do it over time. So that will feel good to be able to put this towards something that will help those in need. And let me just get, now my highlighter is running out. I have new markers I want to try that I think will work better on these for the next time. All right, there we go. So I'll have to print a new one of those out. I'm gonna leave that in for now. And set that to the side, and then I only have, let's see, 2 more. So Color Street, I went ahead and added in the 40, so that way I've got my 50 in there. I still have a lot of nail strips, but I wanted to just go ahead and fill it up so it's done. And I did not fill my plant fund the last time, so we're gonna put the remaining $16 in here so that I've got something to be able to use and put in this in case we go out and I want to buy a new plant or a new pot. Because I feel like I'm always needing more of the larger pots, always running out of those. I have tons of itty bitty tiny pots because, like, you know, they're my favorite to buy. All right, guys, so that is all. I hope that you guys are saving and, you know, figuring out your budget well for the summer. I know it can get a little bit crazy, especially with prices right now, but my biggest recommendation is to still put aside whatever you can, even little bits. Like I said, this last stuffing was from the savings challenge. So, you know, even if you can only put like 40 or 50 bucks a week, it does add up over time. And we're so used to like things being so quick and that instant gratification, but really over a couple weeks or over a couple months, you know, you would end up having maybe a couple $100. And I think that you'll start to see why this method works so well, and to not beat yourself up if you can't do the larger amounts. Okay, so keep on saving, keep on praying, and God bless you guys. I will see y'all in the next video.